when we have talked about selection and breeding strategies, we found out that these practices has significantly improved the genetics or the performance of the animals being taken good care of by our farmers. The problem, however, with this, let's say, traditional selection and breeding methods ay sobrang bagal bago makuha ni farmer yung results na gusto niyang makuha. Therefore, as of right now, we will be talking about some advances or advanced technologies in the field of animal genetics. And for an aspiring agriculturist such as yourself, itong discussion na to will explore yung mga advanced genetic strategies that is currently used right now. What is the simple process and how is it helpful and how is it better than traditional breeding? As I have been saying, ang livestock genetic improvement strategies has been improving significantly. As we have discussed from our previous lecture, ang proseso ng traditional breeding such as crossbreeding or yung pagkamit natin sa hybrid vigor ay mabagal. Kasi nga, kailangan mong piliin yung hayop, kailangan mo siyang i-mate pa, and then kailangan mong obserbahan yung magiging performance ng offspring niya, and you are not entirely sure kung mahihit ba or kung yung offspring ba niya ay magkakaroon ng potential in accordance to the trait that you want to produce. Therefore, with this limitation, agriculturists and animal scientists and vets have developed some strategies in order to solve this limitation. And pag-uusapan natin yung 5 sa mga most common genetic advancements in animal science. That would be marker-assisted selection, genomic selection, gene editing with CRISPR-Cas9, cloning, and PLF, or we also call that as precision livestock farming. We will start our discussion on marker-assisted selection. Now, what is this? Okay? Imagine you are a coach. Coach ka ng isang basketball team and you want to recruit new basketball players for your team. But instead of watching them play, ang gusto mo ay tignan lang yung isa sa mga indicator that makes a good player a good player. And what is that? What is that indicator? Pagdating sa basketball, yung observable trait, kahit hindi mo sila pinapanood, height, di ba? So gusto natin yung mga players natin, at least they have the height advantage. Now, while height is a good indicator, it doesn't guarantee na magiging skillful yung basketball player na pipiliin mo. So in the same way, ganun ang traditional breeding, ano? Tinitingnan natin yung observable traits dun sa hayop, for example, yung growth rate and milk yield. But this method is slow and sometimes hindi accurate akala natin yun yung trait na gusto natin or yun yung observable trait, but in reality, inaccurate siya kasi hindi naman natin nakikita yung actual na DNA. Now, ang marker-assisted selection ay parang cheat sheet, okay? Or it's a genetic cheat code. So instead of guessing, ang gagawin mo, i-scan mo yung DNA nung hayop na yon, basically, in order to find the DNA or the gene that is linked to a desirable trait. So if you do scan the DNA of the animal, you will find that some specific genes is a marker, kaya nga siya tinawag na marker-assisted selection, is a marker for a particular trait. So instead that you are observing the animal itself, what you do is you will observe the DNA itself. And based off on that DNA, you will find markers that will predict a particular trait na gusto mong i-produce doon sa iyong hayop. How does MAS work? Basically, scientists identify the DNA markers. That's the first step. So yung DNA markers na yon is linked to a specific good trait na gusto ni farmer, such as milk yield pagdating sa baka, such as yung pagiging disease resistant ng hayop, or magandang meat quality. After that, a simple DNA test is conducted on young animals. So yung mga batang hayop, ititest yung DNA nila to check kung present ba yung marker na yon. So mayroon ka ng marker, ito yung mga marker of DNA that would produce the good trait that I want, and then titingnan mo ngayon sa mga hayop mo, alin dyan yung may marker. So therefore, kung sino yung may marker doon sa hayop mo, siya ngayon yung palalakihin mo. Siya ngayon yung magiging next generation. Whereas yung mga walang marker nun, sila yung makakal. Okay? Now, the advantage of MAS is that unang-una, nagkakaroon ka ng precise early selection. Hindi mo na kailangang hintayin pa na lumaki yung offspring, yung batang hayop, para makita yung performance niya. Sigurado ka na since may marker siya nun, yung performance niya would be better. At the same time, it is more accurate. It is more accurate as compared to observing the animal itself. Because you're not looking at the observable trait, but you are looking at the DNA of the animal. And finally, you can actually use MAS rin in an opposite way. What do I mean by that? Instead of looking at markers that would give yield, that would give you productive traits, that would give you a picture of the productive trait of an animal, pwede kang gumamit ng marker for predicting negative traits. Yung ayaw mong maipasa sa mga next generation na hayop mo. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag nakita mo na may negative trait, yung hayop na iniskan mo yung DNA niya, automatic, culled na siya. So, hindi na maipopropagate yung negative genetics nila, yung kanilang negative DNA. In dairy farming, mass is usually used in order to select bulls, so mga lalaki, carrying genes for high milk production and other health. Ang mga bulls, you cannot measure milk production in them. You cannot measure other health kasi wala naman sila nun. Diba? But even before they produce their offspring, you can use mass to detect kung sila ba ay carriers of these genes for high milk production and other health. So that is mass. Now, let's take mass a little bit further. So instead of looking just a few markers, few DNA markers na nakita natin kanina, what if we could analyze the entire genome of the animal? So instead na ito lang, ito lang, ito lang, kasi nga marker lang ang tinitingnan natin sa mass, what if we study everything? Everything about it. Yun naman ang genomic selection. And this is more accurate. Why? Because you are now analyzing the entire blueprint of an animal's genetics. So how does genomic selection work? First off, yung mga scientists natin, they create, they sequence, that's the right term, they sequence the entire genome of a large number of animals. Now, yung entire genome na to, isa subject nila yan sa isang prediction model. Okay, so they will use some sort of AI in order to create that model, and they compare DNA sequences with what is happening in the real world. Now, kapag meron ka ng newborn animals, you will now test their DNA. And base doon sa testing na yon, this model that you have created could predict how well this animal will perform. So kapag better ang performance niya, then therefore, yun ang palalaguin mo na hayop. Kapag naman hindi maganda yung magiging performance niya based on the model, then hindi yun yung magiging next generation of animals mo. Now, how is GS better than MAS? Well, GS is more accurate, nasabi ko yan kanina sa inyo, kasi nga, hindi lang marker ang pinag-aaralan mo, but the entire genome. It has a faster genetic gain, and at the same time, scientists can maintain yung genetic diversity and improve productivity. Same as mass, but this time around, yung kanilang kaibahan lang is that si genomic selection, mas accurate kasi yung pinag-aaralan niya, yung entire genome ng hayop. Dako naman tayo sa CRISPR-Cas9. And ito yung analogy naman dito. What if you are writing a document? So, nagsusulat ka ng essay, for example, and na-notice mo na may maling spelling. Right? So, naisulat mo na. Naisulat mo na doon sa papel. May maling spelling. Eh, sabi ng prof mo, no erasures daw. Diba? Anong gagawin mo? Ang gagawin mo, papalitan mo yung buong papel. Right? But, it would be easier kung sana yung isang word lang na yun yung papalitan mo. Right? Yung isang specific mistake lang na yun yung papalitan mo. Diba? Mas magiging madali sana. Yun ang CRISPR-Cas9, basically. But instead of words, you are now editing DNA. So, ang CRISPR-Cas9 is a tool that allows scientists to cut, to remove, to edit, or to replace specific genes with extreme precision. So, selective gene doon sa DNA ng hayop na ayaw mo, you can actually remove that, you can edit that precisely. Yun ang technology ng CRISPR. Magti-take ka ba ng licensure exam for agriculturist this year? If yes, I believe my course is for you. Enroll now at Learning Agri with a modular course by clicking the link below. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-enroll ka na. Samahan kita mag-review. Bye!